Hello dear viewers and welcome to the news from Brwon land. Blessed Ramadan and many happy returns. We start with the headlines. Brwon arrives in N'Djamena and begins talks with the Chadian counterpart. Sovereignty Council Vice President arrives in Juba. Meetings of Sahel and Sahara community concluded in Rabat. Joint talks between Sudan and Chad started in N'Djamena, the capital of Chad, co-chaired by the Sovereignty Council President General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and his counterpart Mohammed Museveni. The president of the Sovereignty Council was received at the presidential palace in N'Djamena by his Chadian counterpart Mohammed Idris Deby. The TSC president said in press statements that he briefed President Deby on the developments of the situation in Sudan. He outlined that the regional situations concerning the neighboring countries and the joint coordination were also reviewed, pointing out that agreed to work together to maintain peace and stability in the region, thanking the government and the people of Chad for hosting Sudanese refugees. Al-Burhan added that the Sudanese-Chadian relations are strong and deeply rooted in history, pointing to the diverse and multiple tribal interactions, explaining that Chad played a key role in supporting and stabilizing Sudan, including its efforts in Juba, the capital of the Republic of South Sudan, during the peace talks. The Vice President of the Sovereignty Council, Lieutenant General Hamdan Daglo, arrived this morning in Juba on an official visit to follow up on the implementation of the Republic of South Sudan Revitalized Peace Agreement. Lieutenant General Daglo was accompanied by a delegation including the Acting Defense Minister, Lieutenant General Yassin Ibrahim, the Acting Minister of Oil, Mohammed Abdullah Mahmoud, and members of the Technical Committee on Security Arrangements for the Sudan.
Today, after 72 hours of extensive talk and negotiation, our team, led by advisor Tut Galwak, accepted the proposal of Sudan in the security arrangement.
And members of the Technical Committee on Security Arrangements for the Southern Sudan Peace Agreement. The TSC Vice President and the accompanying delegation were received at Juba International Airport by the advisor of the President of South Sudan for Security Affairs, Tut Galwak, Cabinet Minister Martin Elia, Defense Minister Angelina Ting, and Sudan's ambassador to Juba, Ambassador Jamal Malik, and the embassy staff. The visit comes within the framework of completing the consultations on the security arrangements protocols for the revitalized peace agreement on Republic of South Sudan. It's worth noting that last week a delegation from the government of South Sudan, led by Consular Tut Galwak, received in Khartoum, carrying South Sudan's response to proposals presented by the committee to follow up on the implementation of the revitalized peace agreement headed by Lieutenant General Daglo. The 21st regular session of the Executive Council of the Sahel-Sahara Community concluded its sitting at the level of foreign ministers. The session was held during March 29th to 30th in Rabat, Morocco, to enhance the neighborliness relations and cooperation among the members, to enhance the neighborliness relations and cooperation between the member countries in the community, including Sudan. Sudan's delegation was led by Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Ali Siddiq Ali. The agenda of the session included several important political and security issues in some of the community countries. The session discussed security factors and achieving development in Sahel and Sahara community countries and approved the establishment of anti-terrorism center to be based in Cairo, Egypt. A convoy of trucks carrying food aid entered territory controlled by the fighters loyal to the fugitive leaders of Ethiopia's Tigray region on Friday, the first humanitarian convoy to do since December 14th, the United Nations World Food Programme said. The arrival of the trucks came 8 days after Ethiopia's federal government declared an immediate humanitarian truce. The UN estimates that 90% of Tigray's 6 million people are in urgent need of humanitarian assistance. It says 100 trucks must enter every day to lead people, to feed them. The UN Security Council voted unanimously to create a new African Union-led peacekeeping force in Somalia. The new mission, ATMIS, replaces the current mission of nearly 20,000 military, police and civilians that will be gradually reduced to zero by the end of 2024. The purpose of the new mission to continue the fight against Shabab jihadists. President Salva Kiir Mayardit appealed to his first deputy and leader of the main armed opposition Sudan People's Liberation Movement Army in opposition SPLM, SPLA, IO, Dr. Riek Machar Tene, to accept a proposal by the Sudanese government on divisions of positions within the United Army Command. The Sudanese government has served the parties to the revitalized peace agreement within proposal to resolve the stalemate in the implementation process of the agreement after Machar's SPLM suspended its participation in security mechanisms over continued attacks against his position in Unity and Upper Nile states. Last yet not least, the King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center have launched a project at the headquarters of the Humanitarian Aid Commission to distribute 10,000 food baskets in 7 states of Sudan. The launch was attended by the Saudi ambassador to Sudan, Ali bin Hassan Jafar, Sudan Humanitarian Aid Commissioner Najmuddin Musa, and several representatives of humanitarian organizations cooperating with the center. Well, dear viewers, with that, we come to the end of our news bulletin for today. Thank you very much for being with us, and goodbye.